Come down to your backs. I'm going to put my little towel down here. All right, so let's pull your belly buttons in. Let your shoulders relax down onto the mat. So we want to kind of reduce that arch in our back. So we're not really going to do a warm-up. We're going to kind of start right off, but I'm going to incorporate some stretching in what we're doing. We're going to do a lot of ab work to start. So I'm going to start with pure Pilates. We're going to do the leg stretch series. So we won't actually use any weights or anything for this. So bring your right knee into your chest, extend your left leg up, and then go ahead and lower it down as low as you want where your back doesn't arch. Still keep that back flat. Elbows are out, head is lifted, shoulders are lifted, chin towards chest. So imagine a soft piece of fruit here between your chin and your chest. We're going to inhale, right leg in, exhale through the lips, left leg. Inhale. So with Pilates, when you add momentum, the reason for adding speed is that you challenge yourself to stay stable. So you can do this very slowly and controlled. And if you feel like you have the ab control, you can start moving more quickly as long as you're not wiggling and, I had a teacher used to say, wiggling and jiggling. No wiggling and jiggling. You want to keep nice and stable. Finish on the left. Pull both knees in, tuck into a little ball. Next time you inhale, everything goes out into like a low boat pose. Exhale, wrap it around. Inhale, extend. Exhale, around. Back pressing into the mat. So only reaching arms up and legs out as much as you can do without arching the back. And 3, 2, last one, hold it. Pull the belly button in. Can you lower the legs down without arching the back? Hold it. And then bring the right leg up and catch it. And switch. Inhale, right leg in. Exhale, switch. So same thing. The single leg, the straight leg stretch can go nice and slow and controlled. But as you gain that core strength and that core stability, you start adding momentum to challenge your abdominal muscles. And 3, and 2, last one. Bring both legs up, hands behind the head, flex the feet. Inhale, lower the legs down towards the horizon as low as you can go without arching the back. Point the toes, exhale, bring them up. Inhale, lower down. Inhale, so same thing, you can pull these up quickly and then use your core to stop the momentum so that nothing lifts off the mat. You just go to vertical. They don't go over your face at all. And 3, and 2, last one, and release. Hug the knees into the chest. Okay, so we're going to do a variation on crisscross, and I'm going to give you the option to use a weight. I'm grabbing a 5-pound weight. You can use whatever one you would like. Oh, I didn't tell you at the beginning of class, but we're just going to use hand weights and the resistance band today. So you can just have one size of hand weights, or you can have a variety. So I've got a 5-pound weight. I probably wouldn't go heavier, but you can definitely go lighter. So your weight is going to come across your chest. I'm going to take my right hand and hold it here by my left shoulder. Bring the legs to tabletop. Left hand is behind the head. Pull the belly button in. So we're going to do crisscross like a repeater, all to the same side. So we're going to lift up as the right knee comes towards the shoulder, left leg extends, back to tabletop, head and shoulders stay lifted. Crunch up and across. So it's a twist towards the right, bringing the right knee to the left shoulder. Careful not to tug on your head, and always coming back to that position in the middle with the legs over the hips. The further out from your body the legs are, the knees are, the more challenging this will be. The more you bring the legs in close to the body in that pause position, the easier it is. And 3, 2, last one, tabletop, switch. Left hand holds the weight on the right shoulder, right hand behind the head, and the left knee comes across towards the right shoulder. So we're not aiming the elbow towards the knee, right? We're trying to bring the knee all the way to the shoulder. Don't worry about the right elbow. In fact, keep it really pointed out away from the head. I totally did not count the other set. I have literally no idea how many we did. Sometimes I think I must be the most scattered yoga teacher. 5, I know y'all love it though. 4, 3, 2, last one, and release down. I can't be the only teacher who doesn't go in without a concrete plan. I just can't be. Okay, if you want, grab one large weight or 2 of your smaller weights. I'm going to give your abs a break for a second. We're going to work on our glutes. So if you got one large weight and you just go kind of across your pelvis, just find a comfortable position. Or you could just as easily take 2 smaller weights. You're going to lift the hips up. So knees are parallel, right in line with the hips. Feet are just below those. So you're making like number 11s with your thighs and with your calves and with your feet. Your hands are gently holding that weight. If you have a plate, sometimes those are not like a dinner plate, like a weight plate. Those are sometimes easier for this because it distributes the weight. I don't have those, but if you have barbells at home. All right, so we're holding. And now we're gonna pulse. So you're not lowering all the way down to the mat. You're just dropping down a little bit and then squeezing up. The up is the most important point, that you're really squeezing to that highest level you possibly can. Squeezing up and up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up onto the balls of your feet. If you have to move your feet a little closer, you can, and pulse up and up. So same thing, it's a pretty small movement. You're kind of just going from high to a little bit higher, squeezing up. So this should be slightly more intense. If it's too much, you can lower the feet down. You start to feel this in the calves a bit. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the heels. If you're using 2 weights rather, just put one of them beside you. If you have one big weight, I would take it off altogether, and you have the option of using one smaller weight, which is what I'm going to do. Put that weight on your right hip. Extend your left leg up, flex the foot, and now pulse up with just the left leg. It's like you're trying to push the heel into the ceiling. For 4, 3, 2, 1, come up on the ball of your right foot, point your left toe, and now pulse up from here for 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the left leg, switch the weight to the left side, extend the right leg up, flexing the foot, and pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up on the ball of the right foot, left foot, point the right toe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that leg and lower all the way down. Stretch the legs out long. Stretch the arms overhead. Give yourself a stretch. Hug the right knee into the body. Hug it in. Really press the left leg away. Roll the right ankle. Loosen up that leg. Okay, so we're going to do some more abs while getting a hip stretch. So bend your left knee. You're going to come to figure 4, or supine pigeon. So in order to get the benefit of the hip opener, I want you to be actively pressing that right knee away from your body, opening up. Grab one of your smaller weights. Again, I would do max 5 pounds, but you can definitely do less, or you can do none. So just like we did before, the right hand is going to come up towards the left shoulder. The left hand's going to come behind the head. We're going to lift up and across towards that right knee. Crunch across. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, exhaling on the up, exhale, Exhale. Lower down. Take the weight in the left hand, bring it across to the right shoulder. Keep that same leg right where it is. Bring the right hand behind the head, and we're going to crunch towards the side to get the oblique. So you're moving that right elbow towards the right knee. It doesn't touch for me, maybe it does for you. 8. But don't worry about bringing that knee towards the elbow. In fact, almost like they were magnets of the same, like two negatives, you want to be pushing that knee away because we want to get that benefit of the hip opener. And 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Lower that down. Place the right foot on the floor. Bring the left leg across. So you're supine pigeon on the left. Again, actively pushing that left knee away. Keep your hands in the weight just where they are, and we're going to come across. Exhale as you crunch up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lower it down. Take the right hand, place the weight on the left shoulder, left hand behind the head, and now the side crunches, crunching towards that knee. Bending into the waist. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that down. Release the weight. Nicely done. All right. If you've got a resistance band, go ahead and put that on. It is not required. If you don't have one, you can still do this exercise. You're going to come over to this side. I feel like this one I probably do almost every time, these 2 in a row that we're going to do, but I don't really think there's any reason not to. So here we go. So keeping the hips in line, the knees in line with the hips, the feet out from the hips. The feet are going to stay together, and you're going to lift up and hold. So you're opening up the clamshell, pause, and release. Lift up and release. If you don't have a resistance band, but you want to add resistance, you could actually take a weight. Well, this is really small, but you could take one of your hand weights and put it here on your leg. And in this case, you could do the larger one. If you have a 10-pound one, that would be absolutely fine because these are really big muscles. If you're not using anything, that's fine. Just use your body's resistance to really press up as if you're lifting a weight. Oh, I'm forgetting the holds. The holds are really important. Hold and release. Lift up, squeezing at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, the feet are glued together. 2, last one, hold it. So the feet are together, the knees are open, we're in our little clamshell, we're holding, and now just little baby pulses. Pulse, pulse. Oh wow, you feel that, right? I feel that. These are great glute exercises. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Oh, if you want, take your fist and give yourself a loving beating. Feels really good on that hip joint. I mean, maybe not right on the joint. You know where it feels good. Okay, so from the same position, we're going to do my favorite new thing, the side push-ups. So bring your hand that's on the mat around, wrap it around your waist, the opposite hand on the mat here. See if you can glue your legs to the floor. Mine love to bounce up. We're going to do 10 of them. So you're going to push up and lower down. Use the exhale to come up. 8, 7, 6, 5. These are killer. 4, 3, 2. On your last one, press up and then take your other hand. I just love, you can feel the part of your tricep that's working here, and that is one of, go ahead and lower down. That part of our tricep is so hard to target. That's why I love these, because it gets that horrible spot that we cannot get to. Okay, come on over to your side, or to your stomach. We're going to come to a plank, so making your arms into numbers 11. Lift up on your toes, pull the belly button in, and holding here. Good, we're gonna step out just with one side. So stepping your right leg out and back in. Out and in. Kind of as far out as you can. I mean, the band is gonna stop you and you don't wanna change your alignment. So go ahead and reach it far out there. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep breathing. That breath is going to help support your plank. 3, 2, last one, back to center, opposite side for 10. So this will be about a minute hold on our plank with this added movement. 5, keep going. Exhale through the lips. That contracts the abdominals, it supports you. Try not to drop through your hips. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, are your shoulders dying? 2, last one, good. Lower down, go onto your other side. So again, knees are out from hips. Notice that my feet are going to stay glued together as I open up and hold and release. Open up and hold and release. Spine stays in alignment. Nothing is moving but that top leg, and the feet are super glued together. And again, you could take your can of food or whatever makeshift weight you're using and go ahead and put that on your leg. These gluteal muscles are so strong, so to get the real benefit, it is good to use some sort of resistance. Even your own hand. You could take your own hand and just press and resist it from coming up. Does anyone know what number we're on? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Coming, wrapping that hand around your body, planting the opposite hand on the floor, and pressing up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and take that resistance band off if you're using one. Okay. Come back over onto your front. Go ahead and bring yourself all the way down to the mat. I just want to lift up and hold. So you can take whatever arm position you like. This just happens to be one of my favorites. The hands could be under the head. They could be beside the body. They could be reaching out. We're just lifting up and holding and release. Use the inhale to lift and release. Contracting the gluteal muscles. So with these, we're working on our flexibility here in our low spine, this important back bending movement, but we're also strengthening the muscles down here. So these are important muscles to strengthen, but we want to make sure we're targeting them and not letting them do the work instead of our abs, which is why I don't want you arching your back when we're doing ab work. But this targets them more safely, and your abs are just, now they're doing the support on the mat. Lift up one more time, slide your hands out, come up to Sphinx. Give yourself a deeper stretch there. This feels good, and your abdominals have been working as well. Deep inhale. Exhale. Okay, new one for you. Press back into child's pose for just a moment to stretch that low back, release the head. All right, before we do our new one, we're gonna do push-ups. So I'm gonna do wide push-ups with my hands. You can do these from knees. You can do, see this, like little tiny baby push-ups if you're working on your push-ups? This is better than going all the way down to the mat and dropping your hips. Equally, you can do that from toes. You decide. I'm going to do 10. You do however many you can. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, woo, last one. Press up, push back into down dog. Move your hands parallel into their down dog position. Press your heels away, roll your shoulders away. Let your head go, give it a shake. Let go of any tension. Take an inhale. Stick out your tongue, lion's breath. One more time. Just want to make sure you get rid of tension. All right, drop down. So grab a weight. I'm actually going to use a smaller weight. This is a 3 pound. You could use larger. I tend to lose my stability and my alignment if I use larger. Okay, so we're going to come to a modified plank. You are more than welcome to do this in a full plank. I do work on it in full plank, but I find these ones really hard. So I'm going to do it modified, and I'm going to use a relatively low weight, and you could do this with no weight at all. Let's grab the weight in our right hand, balancing on your left, engaging your abs, and we're going to do tricep curls with our right arm. So the weight is being supported on our left. We're trying to stay square and even, and we're kicking back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and place the weight down. Switch it to your left hand. Put your right hand down. Grip the weight in the left. Stabilize yourself with your right and with your core. Lift the left arm and kick it back for 10, 9. So you're just bending at the elbow. Shoulder isn't moving. I definitely have a tendency to lock my base elbow, so try not to lock it. 3, 2, and 1. Place that weight down. So what we want is the elbows, the inner part of the elbows, to be facing one another. If you lock your elbows, they'll tend to rotate and point out, and if you can see in my arm, you get that hyperextension. So try to keep the elbows rotated inward, and that will keep you from hyperextending. So we're going to now stay in the same position, but we're going to do biceps. So again, with the small weight, your biceps can handle more, but I find it hard in this position, so I'm using 3 pounds still. And we're going to curl the biceps up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Switching hands, right hand down, hold the weight in the left, palm faces out, curling up. Again, minding that elbow. I have to constantly think about it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Place that weight down. Stretch yourself out in child's pose. I'm going to move this out of the way because we're going to come to standing. So go ahead and just step up, hanging over for a moment if you want. And go ahead and get weights. I'm going to put 5 pound weights here near the top of the mat. Rolling up. So you could use 5 pound or lighter. Extend the arms upwards, clasping the hands together, and just give yourself a bend to one side. Up and over to the other side. Bring the hands behind the back, opening chest and shoulder. Rolling shoulders forwards a few times. Then backwards. Okay, so we're going to do what we've done before, which is combining stability for our core with arms. So grab both of those weights, 5 pound or lighter. I mean, you could go heavier as always, or nothing is always an option. Okay, so you're going to bring let's do the left side. I'm going to bring the left hand by the hip. I'm going to shift my weight to my right, and I'm going to lift that left leg up. Left leg and left arm are stable. Right arm comes to that cactus-like position, and I'm going to press up and pull down just for 10, 8, 7, nice and controlled, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, coming down. Thought we were done with biceps? Not yet. We're going to curl up for 10. Palm facing away. 8, we're actually working our bicep on the other side, holding steady. Woo, don't move your head around while you do this. Don't recommend it. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. I like to bring the hands to heart center for stability. Step that right foot back. We're going to come to a power lunge, so front knee is back. We're extended, and we're going to do tricep kickback. Tricep kickbacks. So you're just hinging from the elbow. Extend. 8, long spine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. So you're getting a nice stretch in that back hamstring. Now bring your body up, regular lunge. Bring the arms to the cactus position, both hands. We're going to do a pectoral press as we drop down to the back knee. Remembering to bend the back knee, not track over the front toes. We're going to drop down for 10. 9, nice and controlled. Chest stays tall. It's like you're sliding straight down and straight up a pole for 6. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, and step that foot forward, and we're just going to switch sides. So right hand by the side, bend the right knee, lift that leg up, left arm comes down, bringing it up to that cactus position, and we're pressing up for 10. 9, holding steady on the right side. 8, 7, focusing on a point in front of you. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring that arm down beside you, palm faces out, bicep curl up. This arm, that right arm is not hugging your chest, or your ribs rather, because you want to be supporting it with your biceps. Continuing to curl on the left. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Again, I like to bring the hands here just so they're in a nice position to step back. Finding that lunge, finding the power lunge, and palms face towards one another, and we're going to just pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, nice and controlled, and then squeeze them together. Together. Not swinging. It's very easy, especially with weight, to swing the arms, and we don't want to do that. 5, 4, 3, because that doesn't work the muscles, and it can damage the joints. Then same thing, come up, bring the body vertical, bending the front knee. We're going to drop down with the back. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to come together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pressing up, step that foot forward, bend the knees, place the weights down, step out wide, toes facing forward, hinge forward, release the body, release the arms, grabbing hold of opposite elbows, letting it go, maybe bending the knees, hinging side to side, stretching that out. Walk the feet towards one another, hanging over here, Paschimottanasana. What is Paschimottanasana? Padahastasana. If you bring your hands under your feet for Padahastasana, fingers in the middle of your feet, toes by your wrist. You can bend your knees as much as you need. Stretching out your legs.
You could also just hold your big toes. And bending the knees, rolling yourself up.
Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Hands to heart. Thank you so much for joining me for your 30 minutes of Yogatōn. I'll see you next time.